This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we're lit.
Trust, we ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they don't know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you don't lie, you don't be gang. You know what's up?
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gon' stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get Swayze. I just got off with a jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Usual Benson, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980, Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on the tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, where the drums at?
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Mama say you're wrong though, that's against a bro code. Headed to his home though, know we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's chilling in space, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain, you didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's got room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. With that run right there, that slows down the crowd. It gives them a lot of confidence.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Now Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Hey, smash Bronco!
Now back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
Harney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, it's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. Wentz. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Eagles at 6 and 2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Wentz going to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nakobe Dean brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. A give to Gibson running right. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tell you what, credit is due there in preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and goal, Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing is Wentz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the ground with Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Wentz. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. A give running left, it's Sanders. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense off the offense, now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll field this at the 5. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. That one complete down the field to Smith. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. This pass hauled in by Dotson. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Throwing now is Wentz. And for a third time tonight he's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
19 Tiger, 18.
But first down, Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Sanders again, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get the third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Obviously, this has now been a banner game, throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready? 79 Broncos. Lions.
Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing is Hurts. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Wentz. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at the 27. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now he's got Flowers' final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick-6. That's Samuel, caught left side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, and Thomas has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Hassan Reddick able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Washington, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.
Sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not in the year. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat it.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah.